Hi there, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. We have a supermoon as the last supermoon in 2023, the harvest moon. And then the next day, Mercury is coming out of the post shadow period after the retrograde. So lots of big energy, kind of finalizing and closing of a lot of things, kind of a culmination of a lot of stuff we've been going through for the major part of the summer. So we're just going to do an overall read, see the general energy at this time. I'm using the Tarot of Little Secrets. Ooh, so we have the death card on the bottom. So number 13 could be relevant. We have an eclipse on the 14th. So I don't know why that seems relevant. Like the days leading up to it in October could be a huge release period before renew. But it's also like finally having clarity after such an intense, heavy summer on what we need to release and what we can kind of like grow and adapt from. So we also have the Two of Wands underneath. So it's like kind of the balancing act, if you will, of what does work and having the clarity on what you need to cut out or remove in order to get where you would like to go after certain things kind of like jamming you up, holding you up, locking you up. Ooh, we have this Ace of Wands, like breakthrough energy here. Yeah, the 14th, like I'm just really feeling like you could be going through a few more weeks of just like releasing energy, and then once we have the eclipse, it's like having that fresh energy come in and finally having the space within yourself to be able to work with it and start to move forward. So you could have felt, we have the Eight of Swords in the center of everything. So you could have felt super stuck and trapped. Or it's like because there was so much chaos going on around you, it gave you the impression that it wasn't safe to move forward. And so you felt as though you had to kind of like surrender to whatever was going on and just like find a way to keep yourself like safe and secured until you could remove yourself, get out of something, remove something from your life. It's like you were in this period where you couldn't quite take action in the ways that you knew that you needed to. You couldn't do something that you knew you needed to. You couldn't cut something out yet. You couldn't make the changes that you needed to at one time. You felt kind of stuck due to your circumstances, but now we're moving into a period where you can kind of like free yourself. So we have the Three of Pentacles. So a big part of the reason why you felt this way could have been because you were allowing other people to influence you. It's like instead of this, you saw other people being more successful and you were like, how are they getting there? not understanding. You could have been trying to get advice from other people, but these people were actually kind of like feeding you negativity, or it's like allowing their perspective or their judgment of you to kind of like rub off on you, or allowing their opinion to hold too much weight was what was kind of like holding you back from progressing yourself. Whereas these other people that you could have been looking to or envious of were just like diligently busy, just like investing or working in themselves. And so it's like kind of looking to what they're doing rather than going and asking other people for their opinions and their advice, because then other people may not have the best intentions or may not want to see you get to that place or that level in your life or in your craft. And so they're not going to feed you the right information or give you the most positive. Yeah, you could have had people around you that were really negatively influencing you in some way. So it's like you were working super, super hard. You were putting in the work. You were diligently, focusing on every little detail, chipping away. You were outputting a lot here. And it's like it wasn't getting you very far. Like you just felt like there was this energy of like, what am I doing this all for nothing? Like, why am I not growing more? Like, I've worked so hard, I've invested so much. You felt like you're doing all the things you need to be doing. So just kind of confusing, but you could have again been just like letting someone else's energy into your space or to affect the way you saw things or the way you moved, the way you operated, the way you made choices and decisions, the way you carried yourself, as being overly reliant on the outside opinions here. And so then the quality or the effort that you were putting into your work wasn't able to translate into the success that you had wanted or hoped and thought that you had at one time. So it's like you wanted to move forward, but you felt like you couldn't, and you didn't realize how much other people's opinions around you were influencing that feeling of just like feeling like you were stuck. We have the Magician in the reverse. So that's what was delaying things here, is like people kind of messing with you, people having bad intentions for you, or people going behind the scenes and kind of messing things up for you. It's like this sense of trickery and yeah, being very playful with you, like to a fault. It's like they actually have true intentions to kind of hinder you in your path and your success, but it seems as though they're just like entertaining you, or they're just trying to support you, uplift you, make you happy in some way, but really they have like ulterior intentions to confuse you, to cloud your judgment, to hold you back, to put you in a state of kind of like disillusion. It could be a cycle or a pattern that you've repeated with these same people or the same person over and over again. And it's like it's taken you a long time to realize like there's not a lot of positive things that you can take out of that relationship. Like you could have, I'm hearing like compartmentalize. So you could be the type of person that's like, well, I see through them and I see that sometimes they don't have the best intentions, but because I see that, then I don't let that affect me and I can still like be their friend and support them or something. But it's like there was still a level or a degree to where this person was influencing you or affecting you or almost like holding you back. It was just like hindering you on your path and your ability to be successful. So with the Seven of Cups, this is like what's shifting, what's kind of coming in to spiritually shift in the situation. So it's like realizing how many more options you have or how much you can do, having more people come into your life. But there's this energy of like realizing the power that you have to create the outcome that you desire rather than surrendering to one of the many options around you that would be a little bit easier or is already kind of pre-built or set up. It's like you can take the time to go within and kind of build something from the ground up that's going to be unique and different to you, and that will be more successful than some of these other options may appear to be, just because then they'll be a little bit easier. It's like this, whenever you kind of start from the ground up or like do something for yourself, it's like There's so much more of your energy speaking through it or radiating through it, which is going to be the thing that draws people in or lures people in, or it's the thing that brings you success and whatever your endeavor is. Okay, so the advice from spirit as far as your action in the situation, we have the Five of Swords. So first I'm like, that's kind of interesting because usually with the Five of Swords, it's like one party being kind of unfair. Um, so this other person could try to like pull something over on you or do something to kind of get the upper hand or do something to where they feel as though they're walking away from the situation um winning, if you will. It's like, yeah, they're acting kind of unfairly in their mind. They're like, oh, I pulled something over on you, I got over on you, I achieved something here. um So it's like with these people, more than they're mad, they're more just like confused because they're like, okay, like that's fine if you want to take all of that for yourself because they still have something to defend themselves here. And so there's more of like a humble attitude. These people are not acting out of their ego as much, so they're almost like confused why this person feels like he won so much, or like it's this energy of like allow this person to feel as though they won or they got the upper hand in the situation or they got over on you in some way, even though they're really not getting away with that much because it's not like they disempowered you, or you still have something left to like operate from. You can still pick up your one sword you have left and um make the necessary changes that you need to make, cut the things out that you need to remove in your life, in order to move forward in the way that you would like to once and for all. It's like you're no longer stuck. Or it's almost like for them to take all of these swords, to get off with all of these swords, it frees you. It's like relieves you of burdens of having to um, feel trapped by all of this energy. It's like this kind of unfair game or cycle, and the fact that this person feels like they won because they're getting away with more of it is like once you've healed, you see that perspective and you see how kind of like warped or twisted or almost sad that is. And these people are just sitting there like almost feeling bad for this person that they operate in this way, like that they constantly need to feel as though they are getting the upper hand, or that they're getting over on others, or that they're walking away from situations with more or in a position of power or something. Because it's like they're the very sense of power control that they desire to have in their lives is going to be the thing that like debilitates them or traps them, or it's like they're going to get stuck in the consequences of their own actions because they're putting out a lot of like really weird energy, if you will. So choosing to kind of like take the high road or take the upper hand, and yeah, just like pick up your one sword that's left to like cut the people that you need to cut out, remove the people that you need to remove. Like there could be one person in particular that is just like really no longer serving you in your life, that you are free to kind of just like remove or get rid of in some way. You still have the means to protect yourself in the ways that you need to. So it's like all good if this person wants to take on all of these burdens moving forward. It's like let them feel like they won. That's the advice from spirit, because then something is going to come in for you that's even better. Like you're going to get your reward out of the situation. There could be someone new coming towards you with an emotional offer. With the Knight of Cups, it's like this very genuine, sensitive person who has a lot of feelings, who's coming forward to, it's like this knight in shining armor, someone who wants to protect you, take care of you emotionally, someone who wants you to feel safe with them emotionally. They're going to be really honest and upfront about their feelings. They're not going to play these same sort of power games. They're very sensitive, so then to hurt you would to hurt them. It's like this kind of a person is going to be a lot more emotionally in alignment with you. Someone who just comes riding in on their white horse to not necessarily fix you or change you or save you, but just to be like a help or a partner. someone to go along the journey with, that it's safe to share your emotions with, which is what you would desire. That's more valuable to you than whatever this person feels like they're getting away with. And so it's like whatever's coming to you as a result of just taking the high road in regards to the situation is a lot more valuable, a lot more powerful. It's something that you would much rather have anyways, something that's a lot more emotionally in alignment. If you're willing to just release this, having let this person feel as though they won, they got the upper hand, they beat you in some way, it's like more power to them, because then that's just contributing to the positive karma that's coming your way as a result of their actions towards you, whenever you only had intentions to be really genuine towards them or to work really diligently in the situation. Um, so yeah, at first it seems like it seemed like it was in regards to like work, the situation, and then in the end it seemed like it was in regards to like a relationship. So it could be either or, like could be like a work situation that you felt like there wasn't a lot you could do, and then the person kind of like screws you over, and so it's like be willing to kind of like rise above and then know that there's a way better, more solid opportunity coming forward where you're going to feel more emotionally safe. Like it's going to be just a healthier environment overall, with really solid intentions to like take care of you and give back to you, protect you and provide for you, like the kind of environment that you would want to be in. So it's like you're thankful that that person did that to you. It ends up being like the best thing. um I just saw the way these swords were on this person's neck too. So it's like if this person's not careful, if they get too like rambunctious or cocky in their energy, then they could end up like kind of hurting themselves with the very thing that they feel as though they're like winning. Like they could end up kind of slicing their own neck trying to um brag about their accomplishments, like in an energetic sense. If that makes sense. Like yeah, their ego be kind of becomes their demise if they're not careful, right? I just saw that. So it's like, yeah, that could be why this person almost has their hand on their, this person's in this energy of like, what are they doing? Like why are they so proud of themselves? Even that's like not even safe. Like that's so dangerous. It's yeah, something to where like you were just standing there like, okay, like the one time I saw in a reading someone said something like, some people will move in such a way to where they think that, okay, like if I act like this or if I move like this, then I'll have this person so weak, or I'll have them in such a position to where they'll always be like chasing after me, or I'll always have power over them, or it's like I'll always have them, I'll have them right where I want them or whatever. And then it's like they move like that or they do something like that, and then they never hear from you again in all reality. And it's like, oh wait, like they do certain moves thinking that they're going to keep you down, um or yeah, keep you from being able to be successful moving forward, and then yeah, it's like you never hear from them again. So it also could be in regards to like love and relationships or even friendships too. It could be like a friendship or like a roommate or someone to where your life was closely connected to them and it was really jamming up your ability to move forward or take care of yourself in some way. But it's like you worked really, really hard in order to be able to move out of this. And it's like the key thing, the final step to be able to release this and free yourself from this and move forward, is to just let the other person feel like they won or they got off or they got over on you or they got the upper hand, and then just move forward and trust and know that spirit has something so much better around the corner or coming towards you in regards to this. So all of this energy, it's just feeling stuck, and all of this could have been building like all throughout the summer. It's just like building more and more, and then you're finally getting to a place where it's like getting comfortable or okay, secure with the idea of knowing that you may have to take somewhat of a loss in the situation in order to let the other person feel empowered or feel as though they're gaining, and confidently move forward knowing that spirit is going to take care of you or give back like tenfold whatever you were cheated or whatever happened here that was unfair. Spirit has a plan to like give back to you, or to, yeah, to make sure that you also get yours, or you get something in the long run that's going to be a lot more emotionally in alignment with you anyways, to where you'll look back and be like super thankful that this person like fell on their sword, or like showed their true colors, so that you could have the opportunity to remove them from your life, or remove yourself from them, in order to better protect yourself moving forward in the future. Now that you have something so much more emotionally in alignment with you, you wouldn't want that person's negative energy or influence to affect the relationship or the connection that you have now. It's like something to where in the future you'll be like so thankful that it all happened and you were able to then remove yourself. So we have the scales, and the white owl, and the worlds. So I'm going to read these. She holds the scales of justice delicately between her fingers. She carefully weighs every spoken word people utter in her presence. Each nuance, each word choice petitioners make gives their position away. Determining right from wrong requires an intricate skill. Not everyone can do what she can do. Flowers decorate her hair, showing the beauty that happens when the scales pass judgment. Her golden clothes matches the small scales dangling in each hand. If you look closely, one seems higher than the other. Did the results bring positive or negative outcomes? Only history will tell. Listen to what is going on in the situation and make a decision to benefit your world. Bring proper judgment back to the world. So the main thing that's sticking out here is where it says, she carefully weighs every spoken word people utter in her presence. Each nuance, each word choice petitioners make gives their position away. So it's like the universe sees each little intention behind your action and every little thing going on, and trust that divine justice does exist. And yeah, people kind of give themselves away without you even trying. Like people bring their own karma on themselves without us even having to do anything, because they give themselves away, each little nuance, each little everything they do, just like it says. Stories and storytelling have been with us since the beginning. Our minds are designed to share our experiences with each other. We crave the sharing of stories to remind us that we are connected through our worlds. The world leans into her wings. She steadies a stack of parchment on her lap, her knees curled up to meet the paper. The girl holds a plume in her right hand, poised to strike the page at any moment. Her eyes remain closed, engrossed in the visions of the story her mind describes. When she is ready, a new story will get inked on the page. Write your story down and have a playful attitude towards life. So, journaling can be a really good way to kind of process and release the past and energetically start to write that new story for yourself. And also, it's just symbolism to say it's time to kind of uh, write a new story here. It's like it could be safe to release these situations that you've had to go through here. The white owl has been reoccurring symbols spanning thousands of years. Their white color is often associated with purity and youthfulness. The white owl embodies all species of owls' traits and readings, knowledge, wisdom, and exceptional insight. They have extraordinarily long range vision for hunting prey. This ability to see through distance and time gives the reader a clear insight into what actions are needed when a message is delivered. In the Dreamscape Oracle, owls are messengers who carry critical communications in and out of the portals. Time to understand, or I'm sorry, time to undertake a new spiritual pursuit. Ponder the cycle of life and death. So that's very fitting. It's like this is all happening. It's spirit is not wanting to like hurt you or punish you or put you through anything uncomfortable that you can't handle. It's all happening as a gift or an opportunity, messages being given to you, giving you the opportunity to make the changes necessary or release the things necessary. Yeah, that's honestly all I have for this reading. I'm just hearing to go ahead and close it there. So, yeah, if you'd like a more personal reading, you can use the link in my description, and I'll also have the recent pick a card that I did for the Harvest Supermoon linked in the description box as well if you're interested in that. But I hope you have a really great day, and thank you so much if you watched this far into the reading. I really appreciate it.